Why doesn't anybody ever like me enough to commit to me?
I literally just heard someone just say, how can you hate a job that pays your bills, but love a man that can't?
Why are beautiful, successful, emotionally intelligent women really struggling to date today? First theory is that men really need to feel valued, and they feel like women have surpassed that place in life where they are able to provide value. So the traditional man is really struggling to feel validation in a relationship with an independent woman because they don't need to earn for them or provide for them. Women are very well capable of that themselves.
But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to the Wombat 2012. He said, "Why don't men pursue us anymore? You got what you wanted, ladies. You told men for years now that they can ask once, and if a girl says no, then that's final. Stop asking her. To continue asking is harassment, right? I'll tell you how it used to be when men could pursue women. I was 18, and a girl started working at our workplace. I really liked her, she smiled at me, we flirted a little, but I asked her out to the movies and she said no. I kept asking. After about 2 weeks, she finally agreed to go out to the movies. Nearly 40 years later, and we're still married with grown kids and grandkids, she enjoyed the chase, and that I put in the effort to show that I was genuinely interested. If I was a young guy these days and tried doing that, I'd probably be jailed. And these women wonder why men don't approach them anymore or give up after asking just once. You got what you wanted. Enjoy your cats." Well said, brother. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment, and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. Now, back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
I literally just heard someone just say, how can you hate a job that pays your bills, but love a man that can't?
So, this is what we're doing now? Spewing garbage like, how can you hate a job that pays your bills, but love a man who doesn't? Really? Let's throw it back then. How can a man shower you with love when you're not footing any of his bills? How can you love your parents, or that dog you cuddle with, or even that child you die for? None of them pay your bills either. It's mind-numbingly ignorant to perpetuate this notion that a man's worth is only as deep as his pockets. And here's the kicker. The very women peddling this nonsense are often the loudest opponents of the patriarchy. How deliciously ironic. They benefit the most from it and then play victim. Classic. Drowning in their delusional penis envy bubble, they seem to have lost the plot. So, you want your man to bankroll your lifestyle? Then by your logic, you better be attached to your iPhone and plan to marry that pizza slice. We're talking about whole humans here, not accessories. Humans bring joy, support, laughter, and if they don't, why are they even around? But to equate love with financial perks? That's just shallow and frankly, idiotic. Paying bills is a perk. These be the weirdest takes on the internet. Coming from the same people who just want to be loved for them, it's totally free to shut up. It costs $0 and 0 cents. Stop embarrassing yourself. Men should start saying, just recycle her. As soon as she starts getting old, a few wrinkles get you a young one. Let's see how they like that. Let's have a look at some comments. It actually makes sense if you don't think about it. It's like, they speak without thinking. That is exactly what it is. Most of their beauty fades when the filters and makeup are gone. Don't have to wait till they get older, just till morning. I'm telling you, they have tricked us using buzzwords like misogyny. The most people don't know what misandry is, even though it's much worse on here. What you'll find is a lot of these modern women talking points can be easily debunked. Just flip it and amp. Watch them debate themselves. Misandry is so woven into the fabric of society that it's indistinguishable from real life. The lights are on, but no one is home. If you want to treat me for what I can pay for, then I'll treat you like you're paid for. This why they predicting that most women, American, will be single and childless by 2030.
At least once a week, I hear to my personal life, and I see it on this app, where a girl is crying about why doesn't anybody ever like me enough to commit to me. So I'm going to tell you what you actually need to hear. Commitment from a man is not an achievement. Relationships and situationships are not marathons where the prize at the end is a guy committing to you. The worst crime that we've ever allowed the previous generations to commit is convincing us that keeping a man is an achievement. Because now we have an entire generation of women who are in the same loveless relationships as the aunties who told them that keeping a man was an achievement. A lot of you would rather have a half-assed man than be alone. That's harsh, but it's true. See, a lot of you become attached to somebody because you have a fear of being alone, or you don't do well with being alone. It's not that this person is anybody special or even the right person for you, but they are a warm body at night. And that is something. But that doesn't mean it's the right thing.
Damn, let's have a standing ovation, because evidently these days, having a man is your ticket to the big leagues of success. But wait, given the incessant drivel from today's empowered women, isn't having a man like wearing a scarlet letter? You've got a man? How archaic, how pitiful, how anti-feminist. Yet between the fiery chants of "I am woman, hear me roar," there's an unmistakable whimper. Why doesn't anyone want me? You've got this bunch, seemingly on a caffeine overdose, ranting and belittling every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. But surprise, surprise! On the other side, you have a lonely brigade, wallowing in self-pity while their sisters are handing them stellar advice. Hate on men, but when lonely, grab a cat. Riveting. Ladies, you can't keep singing anthems of strong, independent women and then turn around, subtly begging for attention from men. It's transparent, and quite frankly, a bit sad. Now about the men these women decide to shack up with, it's like watching someone intentionally step on a Lego, then cry about the pain. And here's the kicker. TikTok's now flooded with women suddenly waking up and thinking, oh, maybe I should choose better? Applause for stating the bloody obvious. Men have been yelling that into the void for eons. And no, contrary to popular belief, not all of us are lurking in the shadows, plotting world domination or your downfall. Let's not mince words here. So, after Chad's finished clapping cheeks and made a swift exit, what's left? Oh right, an echoing apartment and the cold, empty side of the bed. Suddenly, the same women who declared independence from men are left swiping through their phones, hoping for another match, or maybe just some warmth. And there's the cat, probably judging. All those "I'm a strong, independent woman" affirmations seem pretty quiet now, don't they? The irony is too rich. But hey, at least there's feminism to keep you warm. Oh wait, in conclusion, if this is the bed modern feminism has made, then ladies, enjoy lying in it, perhaps with a cat or 10. Let's have a look at some comments. But like, why do other women have great men and not me? What do they have that I don't? Maybe they recognize their worth, stopped chasing after the dusty, half-baked excuses for men, and decided to value partnership over pointless pride. Or, here's a thought. Maybe they listened. Instead of drowning out men's voices, they considered what was being said and made better choices. No matter where you are in this vast world, good women are always found. Every corner of the globe, every culture, every ethnicity. If you even need to ask that question of, why am I single? It's already over. Today, there's a peculiar trend seeping into the mindset of the modern woman. This mindset champions the idea that they deserve the absolute pinnacle of men without, in turn, striving to be the best versions of themselves. The very lament, "Why do other women have great men and not me? What do they have that I don't?" is rooted in this. The irony is that there's a high likelihood that this woman has several genuine, good-hearted men in her vicinity, but they're rendered invisible because they don't fit the Prince Charming archetype. This model, crafted by fairy tales and animated classics, isn't to blame, but when mature women fail to distinguish fantasy from reality, it becomes a problem. Too many modern women are waiting for that dashing prince, hoping he'll arrive on his white horse, rescuing them from the monotony of life, worshipping them without expecting any reciprocity. They live in an alternate universe, a bubble filled with Disney-like dreams and fictional romances. In this universe, men are supposed to be flawless, and at the same time, treat these women like goddesses even if they don't bring an equal amount to the table.
Why are beautiful, successful, emotionally intelligent women really struggling to date today? First theory is that men really need to feel valued, and they feel like women have surpassed that place in life where they are able to provide value. So the traditional man is really struggling to feel validation in a relationship with an independent woman because they don't need to earn for them or provide for them. Women are very well capable of that themselves. What I've observed is that this mentality has really started to prevent men from investing in women who have really established careers and seem like they have their shit together. Oh, she's very successful. Well, she can take care of herself. She's doing this, she's doing that. Where do I fit into all of this? I have a message for the guys who think like this, where dependency and being dependent and providing value in a relationship does not solely come monetarily or through finances. I will bet you that there are many women out there who are in these positions, smart, successful, financially independent, who if you gave an opportunity and asked, hey, what could I do for you? You would find a list of chores, handyman work, emotional support, all forms of ways that they would like to be dependent on you if you would provide the opportunity for them to vocalize their wants. On this app alone, I've heard women time and time express that I would like a partner to be able to share life with and share worries with and be able to take on half the workload of life and be spoiled and treated and doing all the things that sometimes come with a traditional relationship as well. Women do not want to be project managers for their relationships. That is where you can really step in and take on that be dependent on me role, that leader role, as you guys like to talk about, where women feel like they have to delegate task, responsibility, carry a lot of mental load in terms of what needs to be done. Not as often as you would think I've encountered, whether it's in my own practice as a therapist, where women are kind of like, I don't need any man and I just want to be in a relationship because, yeah, there's no reason. It's just nothing's happening and we just have sex and live together. There is dependency in all shapes and forms. Women want that, just ask them. Like and follow for part 2, where I'm going to elaborate a lot more on the second reason why women really struggle to find relationships, especially when they're beautiful, successful, and doing all the right things in terms of taking care of themselves and still can't get to the next phase of a partnership.
Let's cut through the BS for a moment. This touted independence seems like a glorified badge for simply doing what every grown human does: adulting. Oh, you're paying your own bills and making your own money? Newsflash, so is everyone else, and if you're expecting a parade for it, you're out of luck. Men are out here wanting genuine partners, not someone who's constantly trying to one-up them in the adulting Olympics. Watching her rant, half the time it felt like a misdirected pep talk, or maybe an audition for an infomercial, and let's tackle this emotional intelligence facade head-on. She speaks of emotional intelligence, but no offense, I've met more emotionally clueless women than the opposite. Frankly, a lot of these women wouldn't know genuine emotional intelligence if it hit them square in the face. They tote it around like it's some trophy, but crumble in the face of real, raw emotions. Newsflash, the issue isn't about men being intimidated by a woman's success or money. Nah, it's that borderline arrogant, I've got it all, so what can you possibly offer attitude that's the real turnoff. That energy that screams, I don't need you. Guess what? Men aren't here to be accessories to your already perfect life. She speaks of value and dependency, and yet it seems most modern women have lost the compass to differentiate between genuine men trying to enhance their lives and those just looking for a free ride. A guy flashes a smile, throws a bit of attention, and suddenly he's the knight in shining armor? Come on, have some discernment. Her point about chores got a chuckle out of me. So, are men now just relegated to the position of household task rabbits? Relationships are deeper than the superficiality of who takes out the trash. It's about a genuine partnership. But hell, approaching some of these independent women feels like storming the gates of a fortress. They put up walls so high, no man even feels it's worth the climb. Then there's the pinnacle of all arguments, feminism. It's a driving force, and sure, it's got its merits. but it's become this echo chamber of independence while ignoring the deafening silence of loneliness that so many women feel. This fierce independence, it's double-edged. Sure, you don't need a man, but when the night comes and that loneliness starts creeping in, remember, if you don't allow a place for a man in your life, you can't be surprised when you find that void. Bottom line, no man can complete you. That's your job. If you're not whole and content alone, no relationship, no matter how perfect, will fill that void. That's the raw, unfiltered truth.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.